Very impressive. Very impressive. Oops. Dear Mr. Chairman, Your Excellency, Madame la Secrétaire Générale, handsome bellboy, distinguished members of the jury. Proposition, I think we all agree that all is well. That does not end well for you. Opposition, you have enjoyed the journey of the FDA, and at this point, I know you really don't mind about how it ends. Members of the House, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I stand amazed before you here today at how our journeys made us cross our ways. In this symbolic and gorgeous address, the proposition's mess I must address. A jester pointing out a felony, let me chant for you this sweet melody. Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. Yes, and as you understood, you are wrong, my friends. But as my time is limited, I made a top 3. Number 3, you gave equations. Don't talk about equation to engineers. You are no match. But it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, I don't expect you to be good with equations. It's not like you had science in your name.
Point of information.
Yes?
Yes, well, that's very funny, but you didn't answer the argument.
Yes, I'm coming to it. Thank you. That's number 3. Let's come to number 2, ladies and gentlemen. The government. This is the first word you pronounce. Yet you talk about perception. Yet you talk about subjectivity. Yet you say it does end well for some people. I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, do you want a government who talk about some people? Or do you want a government who talk to everyone, to society, ladies and gentlemen? Number 1, life is not a fairy tale, as you said. I'm asking, who spent the first and the second speech talking about fairy tale? Think of the fairy tale, ladies and gentlemen, and then he wrecks it, saying life is not a fairy tale. Brava, brava. And my personal favorites. What is funny is that all is well that ends well, yet you confuse the goal with the journey, yet you confuse the end with the all, yet you confuse proposing and opposing, ladies and gentlemen. He said, everything is well, everything is the end, ladies and gentlemen. No, this is not true. Only the end is the end, ladies and gentlemen. We are consistent. And after JB talked about how our intrinsic non-satisfaction, Muhammad pointed out how our nature impedes our chance of happy ending. But you must be wondering, what keeps pushing us forward? In one word, the journey, ladies and gentlemen. 2 reasons to that. We do not need happy endings to feel happy. And secondly, I will go further saying promising happy ending is dangerous. To begin with, let me ask you an existential question I had. In Tom and Jerry, why does Tom never get to catch Jerry? Well, I think the answer is very simple. Deep down, Tom does not want to catch Jerry. Tom prefers to chase him. You see, the problem with this motion is that it means that all is well because it ends well. What is funny is that John talked about psychology. Well, in psychology, this is called outcome-oriented thinking. They're focusing on the goal rather than on the journey. We are process-oriented thinkers. What matters is the journey. Ladies and gentlemen, more than 20 years of psychological research has consistently shown that outcome-oriented, process-oriented thinkers were more stimulated in the brain. They tend to achieve their goal, they are more successful, they are happier. So yes, John, you didn't do research. I did. Yeah. Because when you go skydiving, you don't enjoy landing on the ground. You enjoy the free fall. When at the end of my speech, I will go to kiss Paul. You said you were waiting for the day to come, so I will enjoy the process of doing something stupid in front of 700 people, regardless of the fact that she will most certainly slap me for that. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight both teams cannot win this debate, yet we do enjoy this debate nonetheless. Don't you agree, sir?
Don't you remember the skydive if you ended well, nicely on the ground, rather than if you crashed into it?
But you don't go skydiving because you want to land on the ground, my dear John. Because in real life, a goal does not make a journey. Because in real life, an ending does not make a story, ladies and gentlemen. So why on earth would the government propose such a motion? Because they benefit from it. They will put blinkers in front of your eyes while dangling carrots in front of your nose, saying, don't worry, in the end, all's well that ends well. Well, my eye. You don't want their happy ending, ladies and gentlemen. How do you think all the religious fanatics get people to go to war or to blow themselves up? Because they promise them an outcome. They promise them eternal life. They promise them 72 virgins, ladies and gentlemen. Put away the blinkers and open your eyes. You don't want their happy endings, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want their all's well that ends well. Ladies and gentlemen, in life, there is only one true end. And when you reach it, you won't care about your objectives. You will only care about the wonderful journey you had. You might say you had a good life, but you will never, ever say, all's well that ends well. Thank you very much. Please, reject the motion.